This video is brought to you by Aura. 80 for Brady has been on my radar since the day I spent 12 hours in a movie theater. If you remember correctly, I sat through the trailer for this film 3.5 times, and I never minded once, because 80 for Brady stood out in the crowd. It was so itself that I really grew to love it. I will take the 80 for Brady trailer any day over that Ant-Man trailer, or god damn it, that Shazam 2 fuck that trailer. And so naturally I had to see it opening weekend, and oh do I have thoughts. 80 for Brady, if you're not cool enough to know about it already, stars legendary film actress Jane Fonda. Yeah, Jane Fonda is in this movie. Lily Tomlin, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field. It's about a group of old ladies who love watching football, specifically Tom Brady, and decide they want to go to the Super Bowl to watch the Pats. Old ladies at the big game, what could go wrong? Between the oddly specific premise, the cringy trailer, the fact that Tom Brady produced this, the fact that the cast is 2/3 of the 9 to 5 crew, everything about this has fascinated me, and it continues to fascinate me. I literally cried multiple times, and I'll explain why. I'm assuming these ladies are pretty scared of what's going on the internet, and I can't blame them. It's a dangerous place, which is why I'm excited to partner with today's sponsor, Aura. Aura is an easy-to-use app that has everything you need to stay safe online. Aura will identify data brokers that are exposing your information and automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf. They'll even opt you out of junk mail and telemarketing lists. Aura also monitors your emails and passwords to see if they are involved in a data breach and exposed on the dark web, and gives you recommendations on what to do. The app also features a VPN, password manager, real-time credit, and identity theft monitoring, internet parental controls, and protects your devices from malware. Everything you need in one app. Let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online. If you sign up right now, Aura will give you a 2-week free trial with my link. You'll be shocked at how much of your private information Aura finds exposed over those 2 weeks. Go to aura.com/Karsten to start your free trial, also linked below in the description, or scan the QR code. You see, 80 for Brady starts in a very Air Bud way. I don't know how else to describe it. You got the aerial shots of some suburban homes and football fields with the white text over it that's like 2017. The ladies are watching football, and instead of planning to host their usual Super Bowl party, Lou, with a secret sickness looming over her that she won't tell the others about, tries to win tickets to attend the Super Bowl in person. Now, I won't spoil the riveting twists and turns 80 for Brady has to offer, because I guarantee they will have you jumping out of your seats. So let's just say it's a rocky road to get to the bowl. The film is at its best when they're actually in the Super Bowl area. I say area and not the actual Super Bowl because a lot of this movie is not the game, believe it or not. It's when they're exploring the NFL experience that comes with their itinerary. Which, can I say, I can't believe how easily it is to win me over sometimes. The military propaganda in Top Gun is one thing. The NFL propaganda in 80 for Brady, on a different level. Give me 4 old ladies and a bunch of NFL players, and it'll work wonders on me. I will eat up whatever the NFL experience entails. It was kind of ridiculous how much this felt like an ad for the Super Bowl, and it fully worked. Like, I'm definitely tuning in. Like, I know this was an actual game and everything, so that did most of the heavy lifting, but man, sports can be crazy. Anyway, they do the NFL experience, which involves a spicy wings eating competition, like a really bad Hot Ones bit, apparently. And it involves Guy Fieri, who is playing this part so genuinely. I guess he's playing himself, so it's kind of hard to mess that up, but he's killing his performance. There's a throwaway line that implies Guy Fieri is using strap-ons with someone in his free time. Thought I should mention that. There's also a certain internet personality with a cameo in this that was so random, but good for him, I guess. I'm so far from a cameo guy. I think it's a cheap way of looking at movies and takes away from the experience when you spend the whole time expecting a cameo. But god damn it, I'll be man enough to admit I was pushing for a Dolly Parton cameo. I don't care how bad it would have been. I just really wanted to see her in this movie. She had a song in the credits, but come on. They eventually get into the game itself, which is the Falcons versus Patriots game, the famous one. But this is when I want to bring up Tom Brady, because Tom Brady, I know that name comes with some baggage. I don't care about any of that right now. At this moment, this movie is the best thing he's got going for him, and I think that's beautiful. Listen, when it comes to athletes acting, I'm used to Shaq and Kazam. We don't talk about Kazam. Don't ask me to elaborate. So to see Tom Brady deliver lines that aren't actually cringe-inducing, but actually feel like they come from the heart, it touched me. It really did. It doesn't seem like a cash grab move by him. The man seems to genuinely care about this movie, and why that is, I genuinely have no idea. In the end, the Patriots win. Spoiler alert. The ladies have a good time in the locker room, and Tom Brady tells them, "Why retire when I'm still at the top of my game?" Which is pretty funny. Let's talk about the technical stuff. This film is shot by John Toll. His previous work includes Almost Famous, Vanilla Sky, the new Matrix movie, and The Thin Red Line. Yes, the guy who shot The Thin Red Line also shot this movie, 80 for Brady. And listen, Almost Famous is beautifully shot, and I personally love the way that the new Matrix movie ended up looking. 80 for Brady is hands down one of the worst looking movies I think I've ever seen. There is one good shot in this movie where they're laying in beds. It looks really nice, but that's it. Most of the cinematography here makes them look like they're in Target commercials for furniture. The lighting is so horrendous that they look green screened in even when they aren't. And when it comes to comedies, we're not looking for amazing cinematography. The cinematography needs to serve the jokes and prioritize what works best for the punchlines more than it needs to be focused on being something artsy. But man, it even fumbled a few of the jokes in my opinion. Don't pan to the punchline, cut to it so you get the timing right. It made me way more upset than it should have. You don't need to try that hard for this, but oh my god. The humor in the film is about what you expect. It's old ladies doing old lady things until they all take weed gummies and begin to trip. You know, I'm a sucker for scenes like that, and I'll admit it was a pretty good sequence. It's not the best humor in the world. Nothing here is as funny as most of 9 to 5, but it gets the job done. When it comes to 80 for Brady's shortcomings, I can't say I didn't see most of them coming. I mean, you saw the dance number with Billy Porter in the trailer. It isn't any better in the movie, I promise. They're just trying to dance to get into it. It's clear it was a dance number that they like rehearsed and choreographed, but it's just it's like there's no effort being put into that dance number. The film gets away with bits that don't land because it's starring older women. Like when you're working with such innocent characters, instead of annoying you with a bad joke, you're just like, aw, cute. Maybe that's just me, but I was mostly fine with the humor in this. The real issue is the film's constant need to spice things up when, trust me, things are going just fine. The film is reaching for things for them to get involved with, when really just seeing them in this environment is enough for me. They find enough to keep things entertaining. When it tries to abide by this contemporary film structure that is so on the dot with its emotional beats that you see them coming from a mile away, I end up losing interest. Most of the time, I'm able to get teared up just listening to them talk. Which brings me to my final point, which is why I cried. It wasn't a joke. I did tear up at this movie, and I really don't tear up that often. Even though it is a weirdly specific idea for a movie, it makes sense that it was based on a true story, and the true story itself makes sense as well. 80 for Brady isn't changing the game or anything. It isn't trying to do that, and that's what made this work. Lou just wants to go to the Super Bowl and watch Tom Brady play football. That's it. There's no larger reason. There's no greater motivation. Sure, there's like the sickness, but that's just kind of like that comes with the life. It's a meaningful tradition and would be a great way to spend the time she has left with the people she cares about most. It's just, that's all it is. It's a ridiculously simple, no greater purpose to it, just pure love for the game. It made me so emotional because of this, because I was just like, I believe it. I believe that an old lady would just really want to go to the Super Bowl. And the fact that there's no like, they don't talk about death that much in the movie. They don't kill anybody off. It just makes it, like I said, such a pure experience, especially knowing it was based on a real group of ladies. So yeah, I enjoyed 80 for Brady. I had a good time. Is it anything to write home about? No, not really, even though that's literally what I'm doing right now. I will probably never watch this again. I might even forget about it by next month. But sometimes the simpler the movie, the better. And when it's something this sweet, you know, it honestly just felt kind of refreshing. So hey, thanks for watching. Go watch 80 for Brady and form your own opinion, and I'll see you in the next one.